Hey, welcome back to Clean Cut, where we can talk about the truth about just about anything, as long as we use logic and common sense.
This season, we're looking at the miracles of Jesus to see what they can tell us about God and his promises to the faithful. Last time we talked about drawing money from fish, how Jesus can even produce money miraculously, if necessary, as well as some possible reasons why he rarely does this. Today, withering a fig tree. This miracle is described in the Gospels of Matthew and Mark, and it's very different from the others, which were benevolent acts, which benefited the faithful and revealed information about the good things in heaven. The lesson of this miracle is more about the importance of remaining faithful and doing right, since it shows that while Jesus can definitely grant blessings and advantages to the faithful, he can also take them away. And in the morning, returning into the city, he was hungry. Matthew 21:18. And the next day, when they came out from Bethania, he was hungry. Mark 11:12. The city being described here is Jerusalem, so Jesus and his disciples were leaving Bethania to return to Jerusalem in the morning, and he was hungry. Jesus ate and drank just as we do, but Jesus' hunger was different, and he could often put it aside when there was good that needed to be done. As he said in John 4:34, his food was to do the will of God. Because of this, it's fair to see Jesus' hunger as a sign of his longing for the salvation of souls. And seeing a certain fig tree by the wayside, he came to it, and found nothing on it but leaves only. And he saith to it, May no fruit grow on thee henceforward forever. And immediately the fig tree withered away. Matthew 21:19. And when he had seen afar off a fig tree having leaves, he came, if perhaps he might find anything on it. And when he was come to it, he found nothing but leaves, for it was not the time for figs. And answering, he said to it, May no man hereafter eat fruit of thee any more forever. And his disciples heard it. And when they passed by in the morning, they saw the fig tree dried up from the roots. Mark 11:13-14 and 20. Jesus sees this fig tree looking for a fig, but it wasn't the right season for figs, so he didn't find any. In response, he curses the tree, and it dries up. Now at first, this seems unreasonable, and not very kind to whoever owns the tree. After all, we shouldn't expect to find fruit in a tree out of season. However, I think this is a sign of at least two things: the importance of remaining faithful, and the power of faith. The connection between this miracle and the power of faith is spelled out by Jesus in the verses that follow. And the disciples, seeing it, wondered, saying, How is it presently withered away? And Jesus answering said to them, Amen, I say to you, if you shall have faith and stagger not only this of the fig tree shall you do, but also, if you shall say to this mountain, Take up and cast thyself into the sea, it shall be done. And in all things whatsoever you shall ask in prayer, believing, you shall receive. Matthew 21:20-22. However, this also reminds me of the parable of the barren fig tree from the Gospel of Luke, which I've already done an episode on, episode 552, in which a fig tree doesn't produce fruit for a long time, despite being well cared for, and the owner of the land decides that he wants to get rid of it and plant something else in its place. That parable compares the barren fig tree with people who are given every blessing from God, but who remain unfruitful when it comes to faithfulness or helping to spread the faith. With this miracle, Jesus reveals that sometimes, when a person has made the choice to be unfaithful, he'll withdraw some of his blessings from them, making it even harder for them to bear fruit. The fact that he does this to a tree out of season reveals something else as well. As much as we might wish to from time to time, we can't afford to take a vacation from the faith life or service to God while we're here on earth. We need to do our best to remain diligent in the faith, even when there are big obstacles or when times are especially hard. Next time, a miraculous escape.
That's all for now, so keep asking questions, and thanks for watching.